Okay.
Hi, good afternoon. We're here for the Norfolk County Commissioners meeting for Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. I want to start by saying the executive order on remote participation on Wednesday, March 29, 2023. Governor Healy signed into law Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, an act making appropriations for fiscal year 2023, which includes a 2-year extension of the option for public bodies to hold remote meetings by suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law, Chapter 38, Section 20. That action was effective immediately, extending the current option for remote meetings through March 31st, 2025. Votes may be taken on any of the content listed in the agenda today. Call to order. Roll call. Commissioner Stady.
Present.
Commissioner Collins, I'm here. Commissioner Shea, our chairman, is away on county business today. So we wish him well in serving the county and hope to have him back next week. Okay, next. Sorry. Let's pledge of allegiance. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we sit, I know if the chair was present, he probably would note this. It's customary for us to note the passing of different people. And I noticed that I just heard the passing of Ann Mulligan's mother passed away. Mary Mangan, I believe. So if we could just take a moment of silence for her.
Sure.
For her loss. Quincy resident. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Back to item 4, minutes of the open session meeting of September 27th, 2023 for approval.
Move approval of the meeting minutes as presented.
Motion has been made. I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's approved. Next item, appointments. Item 5. Do we have any appointments today?
No, sir.
Okay, moving on to item 6, public comment. Those interested in public comment are asked to keep their comments to 3 minutes. If anyone would like to make a public comment today, as Joe Shea would say, from Zoom land. Okay, hearing nothing. County Director, do we have anyone that was interested in making public comment today?
No, sir.
Okay. Item 7, old business. Anything in old business today?
No, sir.
Okay, personnel matters for consideration. Commissioner Stady.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I move the following for approval at this meeting. First, the Norfolk County Agricultural High School approve of the resignation of Gregory Raphael of Mansfield as a part-time cafeteria worker, and that effective date is 9/27/23. So moved.
Okay, motion's been made. I'll second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous.
In the Commissioner's office, I move the notice of the budget code change for William Mullen of Abington, Mass. He's the sealer of weights and measures. We want to make that effective 7/10/23. So moved.
Okay, motion's been made. I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous.
And the last one, I just note, I guess we need to approve it, but note vacation rule number 1, an application was received for creditable service in accordance with the county employee rules and regulation. So moved.
Okay, I'll second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, unanimous.
That is all I have for that.
Okay,
I believe.
and that was both items 8 and 9 with the vacation rule. So we're on to item 10,
Okay, sorry.
payroll and expense warrants for approval.
All right. Mr. Chairman, I move the following for the warrant list of October 4. Happy October. Number 1, 24-13, payroll of the county. I move the amount of $156,647.07. So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous.
Second one, 24-13, parentheses 7, payroll of the school. I move the amount of $362,245.14. So moved.
Motion's been made. I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous.
Third, on 10-223 for Wallaston Recreational Facility, the sales tax, move approval of the payment for $7,571.09. So moved.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's
Commissioner,
approved.
Did I do that right?
Approved.
Yes, can I see that list real quick? I just want to check one thing.
Okay,
Before we
sure.
proceed. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna add, you'll take a vote for the ARPA piece separately for the town of Canton.
That's 140,000.
That's
One
correct.
four zero zero
Exactly.
zero.
Yeah, just wanted to add that.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
no problem. All right, continuing. Next, 10-2-23A, Wallace Recreational Facility credit card payment. Move approval of $33,308. So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it's unanimous. Next.
Next one, 10-0124, expense of the county. Move approval of $25,004.64. So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it's unanimous. Next.
And the next one, I don't have the line item for, but it's opera award. And it's for the town of Canton, and it's for the sum of $140,000. So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So
And
moved.
that concludes that, Mr. Chairman.
Terrific. Thank you. Okay, next, to the county director, report on American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, please.
Thank you, Commissioner Collins. I will bundle 11 and 12 for your pleasure if you'd like to celebrate our discussion this afternoon around the award Commissioner Stady just read for the town of Canton. It is an advance of $140,000, the latest in several distributed to the town of Canton. This one is to improve accessibility and safe passage for residents of the Hemingway School Housing Complex operated by the Canton Housing Authority. It was originally built as a high school in 1911. It closed in 1981. The Housing Authority converted this to an elderly housing complex in 1983. After many years of service, the walkways and parking areas are in disrepair. The pandemic reduced funding availability through the town and the authority to make available improvements. It does not contain any eligibility criteria. This project, however, is eligible for ARPA as it aids a vulnerable population of low income and individuals 60 or over in public housing. So this falls under the economic impact portion of the final rule, specifically 2.5 for long-term housing security, affordable housing. So as Commissioner Stady indicated, as approval for the town of Canton, I believe we're going to be heading out there for some kind of recognition, the latest for Canton, but that I just want to give you that update. I have not had a chance to look at the portal since I've returned, but I will do so in the next couple of days to have a better update for you for next week.
Town of Canton is very grateful for the hard work our team has done, and again, securing another opera award. And we're going to be making a presentation actually at the Hemingway facility, something different. It won't be at the board meeting. And we're also going to have the housing director present, which we feel is appropriate. But we'll be doing that in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to that. Thank you.
Terrific. Okay, we're on to item 13, bid openings. I believe we have no bid openings today. Is that correct?
No, sir.
Okay. Item 14, contract awards. We have no contract awards today. Item 15, this is to Patrick Higgins. Pat, are you on the Zoom?
Patrick here?
Yep.
We
You're
can't
muted,
hear you.
Pat.
Yeah, you're muted, Pat.
Pat? Maybe. Hello?
Not muted here.
There you
There we
go.
go.
There you go.
Terrific.
It was muted there. Okay. How are you, Pat?
No, that was Mark.
That was Mark.
That was me. He's not muted here. There's something going on with
Oh,
his setup.
well, you want to talk about it a little bit?
Well,
You can do sign
what I would
language.
recommend, Patrick, you may have a problem with your headset, so I would recommend that you call into the Zoom at this point, so we can reach you through an audio line.
Does he
Okay.
have it?
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened? There you
I'm
go.
not sure. I'm holding the wire carefully.
A little bit loose. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Well, anyways, greetings.
Okay, Pat. So why don't you tell us about the DOT plans?
So we have two takings that were performed in August in Norwood and Walpole for the same project. They're temporary easements for grading and sidewalk and retaining walls and things like that. And then those were done in the third one was in Stoughton, a much larger project on Route 138 on Washington Street. A lot of takings, multiple right-of-way takings, temporary easements, utility easements. They're really going to redo all of Washington Street. So that taking occurred in September. And then they sent the plans and the receipts for us to file in the county clerk's records. So just a request for your approval to have the chairman sign them.
Okay, so you're asking for permission from the county commissioners to allow the chair to sign, is that correct?
Yes, please.
Okay, Richard, do you want to make the motion?
Right, so this has to be signed by Chairman Shay. That's not signed by us. This says signed by Chairman. Each one specifically deals with Norwood. I think the three towns he mentioned.
All
Yeah,
right,
well,
so,
It's Norwood, Walpole, and Stoughton, right?
okay,
It
so,
requires the chair
so
signature.
you and I can vote to allow the chair to sign,
Right, that's what
and
we're
then
doing.
Joe can sign as soon as
Right.
he's available.
Right.
Okay,
That's what
great.
I think we're doing.
All right,
So
great.
I would move, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, I'd move that the county commissioners this day move to allow Chairman Shay to execute on our behalf the written instrument that deals with the takings in the cities and towns of Norwood, Walpole, and Stoughton, as outlined and as described in the instruments and layouts prepared by our county engineering department. How's that? Sufficient?
That's sufficient.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so a motion's been made. I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
aye,
Aye, and that will allow the chair to sign when he's available.
right.
All right, Patrick, I think, are we all set now?
Yeah, thank you, commissioners.
All right, terrific.
Thank you.
All right, so the next item is item 16, the August 2023 trial balance for approval. We just have to vote to accept the trial balance, Richard.
Right. I will vote to move to approve the trial balance as presented. And as of this, the date prepared was 8/31.
Okay,
As
that's,
of 8/31.
okay, that's your motion. I'll second the motion.
If I could request a modification to the motion, it's a motion to accept rather than approve.
Right.
What did I say?
You said approve.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, it's a
Oh,
motion
sure.
to accept
Oh,
the trial balance for approval. Right,
Right. I'll make that a friendly motion.
okay, great. And I'll second your motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, unanimous. And next is 17, the report of the county director.
Just two very brief updates for the commissioners. The personnel handbook has reached another milestone. Labor Council has reviewed the product, has presented feedback to our Human Resources Director and I. Right before I went on vacation, Michelle Abadini and I did do a quick review of Labor Council's comments. They were great, insightful. And Michelle Abadini was going to begin making those edits, and as of this morning, she still was. So our hope is that once we have made the adjustments as recommended by Labor Council, we'll get it back to Labor Council for a final review before it returns. And at that time, it will then be pivoted to the department heads, and that'll be the next level of read on that document. The commission should also be aware this afternoon I sent an all county email out to alert staff that at 2:30 this afternoon, the Federal Emergency Management Agency is going to conduct an emergency alert of its systems. It's a test. Many of us are accustomed to these. They used to come up on our televisions all the time. So this is going to hit radio, television, and all cell phones. So you'll hear an alert that I believe goes on. Is it for about a minute, Sam?
Yep.
Yeah. So just be aware that that is something orchestrated by FEMA as part of a planned test exercise. That is all I have this afternoon.
That's great. Okay. We're off to item 18, emergency items, topics that the chair did not reasonably anticipate would be discussed. Is there anything? Yes, Richard?
It's a positive note, if I could, Mr. Chairman. A lot of times we can't always catch and follow up on a lot of things we approve. And if you recall, I think about a week or 2 or 3 ago, my mind escapes me, but we awarded a painting contract to a vendor who had done work at the Aggie School for the Rentham Court. And in conversation with the replacement for John McGowan, Mr. McNorrie, he said they've done a great job over there, and it's looking great. So it's good to hear, and they did it expeditiously in a neat, orderly manner. So it's great to get a contract that's a low bidder and the quality of work, and it kind of good news. So good news for us.
It is good news.
Just good. And that was all I had.
Okay, item 19, adjournment. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
All right, Mr. Chairman, I'll move. You got the job. Yeah. We adjourn at 1:16.
Second, All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
All right.
Thank you. We're adjourned. Have a good week, everyone.
All right.
And Peter, if you were a priest, we'd all be looking to have you say a mass.
Damn right.
You know.
Oh, yeah.